Internet, we have arrived. We have returned. It is Thursdays. Tales from the Yawning Portal. There's the honk I was waiting for. Yeah, Yawning Portal Thursdays here on the Predators Rejects Twitch channel. Around the circle here, you'll see my players, and yeah, they're all here. They're here, yay, players, and me as the DM, which I haven't really done a whole lot of DMing like the last 2 or 3 sessions because these guys have been doing everything, and I'm perfectly okay with that. Anyway, we'll just go ahead and let the players introduce themselves in no particular order, and we'll get the show on the road, and hopefully OBS decides to play nice and cooperate. Take it away, guys. Or not.
I said we start with Matrix Man first.
I was gonna say.
Hello, everybody. My name is Huxley, and tonight I don't really have a character.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hello, everybody. My name is Loco. Loco 1956 in chat. I have a character, but he may not show up tonight.
Hello, my name is Caleb. I am playing Inquisitor Enoth Bertolt, the human paladin of Helm.
I am Alex, a reformed goblin player. I'm no longer playing that character at the moment, though.
I'm Sam, also known as Wolf in chat. I'm playing Rowan Bertolt, older brother to Enoth, and I'm a cleric sorcerer.
I'm Mandy. I'm guesting this week. I'll be playing Camilla Theron, the rogue warlock. And I also DM here on the channel on Fridays, Tomb of Annihilation, in which our lovely DM is a player. That's me.
And it's so much fun. I get to play an artificer, and boy, can they be busted. Just saying.
Most things in D&D can.
Yeah, D&D Iron Man's great. And I am Jeff, also known as Kingbashman here in chat and on the channel. I am the DM for Thursday's game. Obviously, the screen says so. And as Mandy mentioned, I am player in the Tomb of Annihilation game on Friday nights here on this channel, and also, oh man, Josh is gonna kill me. Sanguine Isles on Wednesdays. Last night. That game. I got too much going on. Head empty. Nothing else. Anyway, the last couple of sessions have been unusual of sorts for the party after dealing with the fallout repercussions and the rescue of the party that remained after a battle that did not go so well for them. In the ensuing encounter, 2 members of the party were lost. One of them being a relatively newer player. Excuse me, newer character, not player. Talmir. And the other unfortunate casualty was one of the original members of the party, the beloved Furbolg cleric, Bandel Daedon, affectionately known as Band-Aid. The party, what now remains of them, had ventured back out of the White Plume Mountain, and some of them went other ways. Some went back to Waterdeep, and some of them had managed to reach out to an acquaintance to meet them in the High Forest where Band-Aid hailed from. They were sent there via I want to say orders from or requests from Band-Aid in the event of his passing. They met with a nice lady there in the forest that affectionately knew Band-Aid for many, many years, and they got their directions and their instructions, if you will, to meet up with the rest of Band-Aid's clan and take his body for a funeral service at the grandfather tree. And where we left off last session, I almost said last week, but we didn't play last week. Last session, the members that had traveled to the forest had begun to leave from Band-Aid's friend's house, and were greeted promptly by a familiar face. And that's where we'll pick up.
So you all see, those of you that are there, so Zosa, Verm, and I think that's it. Clipper
Toby.
as well. Clipper's there, Toby's there. Toby counts.
Yeah.
And you see walking out from behind from the other side of the cart you took that has Band-Aid's body laying in the back of it, a tall, pale, very, very ghostly pale, high elven woman with long silver hair pulled up in a high ponytail, in very familiar black leathers, and appearing to be unarmed and unassuming. She walks around the cart and kind of does like a little hair flip over the shoulder situation, and she says, "Hello, darlings. I would love to know what summoned me here today."
Verm will take out a sword.
With some difficulty.
With
Yeah.
some difficulty.
He's just gonna turn the bag of holding upside down. That's the only thing in it.
Yeah, I don't believe the sword was the only reason you summoned her, but that was
No.
definitely a main reason.
Yes. Okay. So when you produce the Black Razor sword, you see she's got these bright green, very distinct eyes, and just roll me a perception check really quick on Camilla.
I have to open up the other character sheet I wasn't using.
Oh. You see her eyes widen just ever so slightly. And she steps forward and holds her hand out and says, "May I?"
Yeah.
And she will take the sword. And in what you know to be her offhand, not the hand that she wields a sword in, and in the other hand she summons, she kind of flicks her wrist, and this black smoke kind of curls around her arm, and you see another twisted black blade that doesn't look the same as Black Razor. It's smaller, significantly smaller. She kind of holds them up and looks at them.
Be careful. The sword talks to people.
Oh, how novel. Pray tell, where did you find this?
In the dungeons of the Yawning Portal in White Plume Mountain. Band-Aid also, however, has fallen, and that is the reason why we are out here.
She kind of leans over the side and she says, "That's a shame. I rather liked the Firbolg. He was an interesting one. Sorry to
Yeah.
hear about your loss."
Yeah, we're working through it. we need to figure out what to do with that sword. We need to keep it out of bad people's hands.
I could do that for you, darling. I think I know a good place for it to go. It definitely needs to be locked up. It doesn't take much to see how powerful this is. There are many forces of evil that would vie for something like this.
Well, unless Osa has something to say, that's pretty much what Verm just wanted to.
Zosa's in agreement.
Okay.
Zosa will approach Camilla and say that it is a heavy burden for us to entrust you with this task, and we would be happy to assist you in any way we can. I do have another matter that I am hoping you can elucidate for me. And Zosa goes on to say that she explains the situation with Vismond
Okay.
and the letter, you know, that letter that had two sets of text.
Okay.
She talks about like the distrust that's been going on in the party. She kind of just like fills you in general about everything that's been going on. Like I don't remember if Camilla came in to visit the party after the adventure to Chult, but that's when Zosa kind of quit for a while. So she talks with Camilla about that stuff.
Okay.
And how like nobody could be trusted because there were so many like possessions and stuff going on.
Mm-hmm.
And now we have this weird talking sword, and we have this manipulative force operating in Waterdeep. She'll basically ask you if you know anything about it.
About the force that Zos is experiencing?
The
Loss of memory stuff, or
the letter, like in particular,
letter.
she's worried about the letter and being like surveilled at the Yawning Portal.
DM, have I seen anything of this nature at the Yawning Portal in the times that I have stopped by while the party has been away? I've been in and out of the city, so
Yeah, other than the things that you have noticed that we chatted about,
okay.
nothing in particular involving members of this party blatantly that you know of.
Okay.
But you also do know that there are certain groups of individuals that if they wanted to try and track people down and or locate somebody, there are many different facets
Yeah.
of people that would be skilled enough to carry out such a thing.
So, Camilla will kind of reiterate that she's aware of many different parties within the city, and also mentions Chult very casually, and that she has been there as well, and that there would be too many groups to name that could do such a thing. Now, the Yawning Portal, she says, is a hotspot for things of that nature.
Zosa
So
nods.
if you plan
Okay.
to frequent there, perhaps do it under a guise.
This is something I do not have a specialty in, but I am certainly going to be changing my residence, if you know what I mean.
And
I
that is a good idea.
do not want to stay there anymore.
I wouldn't either. It's best to know when to move on. As for the sword, and she kind of waves away the other sword she normally carries and switches the black razor into her main hand, and kind of turns it over, surprisingly easily looking for how big of a sword it is. And she says, "You know, if you know anyone who could lock this up, you could do that. Or I could do it. I don't know if your intention was to hand the sword off to me, or not. But
You're
there
the
are
only-
others. Sorry,
You-
go ahead.
You go ahead. You go ahead.
I was going to say, I have gotten word that there are several well-armed and heavily well-equipped groups that are looking for similar artifacts to this one. I'm told by a little bird that they contain the essences and souls of devils and fiends. I wonder if this does the same thing. What they would be for, I do not know. But it sounds like fun to me.
Well, I Firm would say I trust you more than random people in Waterdeep. Especially with what's going on.
I consider taking it to a holy temple to have it disenchanted or destroyed, or at least locked away. But Verm had other intentions, and he trusts you. I trust him. So, here we are.
She kind of smiles at both of you and says, well, it would certainly be safer with me than it would in a temple somewhere. Priests are not generally quite well equipped enough to destroy something of this nature. I may know someone who can help with this, but I think I will safeguard it for now. Especially if there are other groups looking for artifacts that have similar capabilities to what you've described. Better that they stay apart, don't you think?
Yeah. And this was stolen from somebody too. I don't know if we have the original note that we were given from Durnan that stated the quest as is, but Verm will reiterate that all three of the artifacts that we were after were in fact stolen.
Okay.
So Waterdeep probably isn't the safest place right now.
It's a shame. Do you have to go back to Waterdeep anytime soon?
No, it's more of a warning.
Deep is a dangerous place as it is. I'm not terribly concerned.
Fair.
In the meantime, we are transporting Bandal's body to the home where he grew up, the clan that raised him, for a proper burial. We would be honored if you accompany us. I am sure that he would have liked to speak with you one more time before the end, and would love to have you there.
She will, she'll consider for a moment, and she kind of looks down at the sword and then looks back up at you and says, I would be honored to attend. I'm already here, so might as well join you.
He lost his life attempting to claim this weapon, not knowing fully of the dangers it contained. At least that is what I have come to understand. Once we conclude our business with him, we could set about doing the right thing to contain this sword entity.
I think that is a reasonable course of action. Let's transport the body before it gets too dark.
Then the group goes into the woods to find furbolgs.
Yep. Montage into the woods.
Party
Into the thick of it.
Yeah.
into the thick of it. Everybody needs a montage.
Suddenly there's just a giant explosion behind us in slow motion as we just walk through the woods. Yeah!
Don't be fooled again.
Oh, good lord. Anyway, yeah, the this particular group starts to make their way into the deep and thick parts of the high forest, heading for the grandfather tree. They arrive. Loco, do you want to handle the whole funeral montage recap thing, or do you just want me to make something up on the fly?
Really necessary, to be honest, but it's up to you. I mean,
go for it.
Well, then, okay, you meet his parents, his siblings, the whole clan. They are saddened but not surprised at Band-Aid's passing. After a couple of days, after the preparation of the body and the burial spot somewhere underneath the huge grandfather tree and the root system, when his body is placed in the ground and the dirt is shoveled back over the body, the tree itself seems to effervesce with a magical light blue glow, and it's almost as if millions and millions of light blue lightning bugs come out of the tree and all descend down on top of the mound where the body is. It's quite a beautiful sight, touching, but yet very, very beautiful. And after the ceremony is completed, you notice that this mound continues to glow as you begin to leave. The family thanks you for being there and for doing them such a service to bring Band-Aid's body back to his homeland and to be buried with the grandfather tree. As the ceremony concludes, everyone kind of just disappears into the woods. You know they're there, but you don't see them. And with that, you guys are kind of left on your own. I don't know how far you are away from the burial site, but that's basically how it goes. The whole ceremony takes about 3 hours from the time the body's brought out, placed in the ground, and words are said on Band-Aid's behalf. And that's kind of it. As you stand there watching people leave, you seem to realize that this is the way Furbolg funerals are handled, at least for this clan here in the High Forest. There was not a whole lot of emotion. The parents did seem a little sad, but you also get the feeling that this is not so much mourning as it is a celebration of a life lived, and that this body is being returned to the ground.
No.
Well, there's the montage.
Montage.
But then I guess
Montage.
Vermin
So
Zosa would
emotional
leave
piano
with.
music in the background. It's fine.
And I guess Vermin Zosa would leave with Camilla to see what we're gonna do about the sword.
So then nothing.
Yep.
Camilla would probably suggest, actually, despite everything, going back to the Yawning Portal.
Did you just get a message from a DM telling you to?
We bury.
That's just Camilla. That's just Camilla.
We bury Bandal with the Black Razor.
I'm trying to reunite the party here.
It's in his chest.
Oh my god. That is so fucked up.
Force it down the length of his spine.
Make sure you give it one last twist.
One last.
Vern would ask why you'd want to head back to the Yawning Portal.
Well, don't you talk about the other party members, right?
Yeah.
I don't know that she knows that you have the intention of being like, okay, bye. or if she would just go to the Yawning Portal by herself if you guys are done. She's going back to Waterdeep no matter what, probably.
Zosa eventually will make her way back to Waterdeep. I think we're having a misunderstanding about the time scale, though. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
this is like the halfway point in a several month long journey that Zosa and Verm and Clipper take with the body. So
Is it months long, Jeff?
Yeah.
I don't know, like however long it would take, but that's what I thought we had in our heads. It was like
It was
would
a
take
couple
while
weeks
to go
minimum.
there.
Couple of weeks. Okay.
Here's
Yeah, I was
the
gonna say a couple of
Yeah.
weeks makes sense, but a couple
And
months.
in the
doesn't.
meantime, the rest of the adventuring party would continue on with the dungeon and stuff, like Enoth and.
All right. Well, then
Rowan.
she would more than likely, if Zosa and Verm are definitely departing, she would, ask. She would probably say something along the lines of, "Well, I'm still heading back in that direction. If you need anything, or if you would like me to deliver a message to anyone."
Verm will accompany you.
Yeah, Zosa is heading back to Waterdeep.
Just not staying there for long periods of time, probably. But...
I have to see Durnan.
Oh.
And I need new adventurers. And it seems that the two of you are looking for a vacation, so I won't ask you to do anything for me if you are otherwise indisposed.
If there's anything that Zosa can do to help you with the sword, she's already thrown her hat in the ring for that.
Yeah, Verm, same way.
She at some point during your travels, she has stored the sword away in the same fashion that she stores her other weapons, which is to say you can't see it on her anywhere.
Got it.
Unless you ask for her to produce it, then she will. She'll make it appear in the same way she did with the other sword. It seems that she's actively carrying this sword now. She has another one, but the original one, but she's carrying this one now. And if you ask her, she would say, it is easier for me to protect it here if I'm wielding it. The voices don't seem to do much to me. It's like a charisma save, right? Or a wisdom save? For the Black Razor? For the Black Razor.
No, it's you just gotta attune to it.
Oh, okay.
Most intelligent weapons have a mission.
Yeah.
And if the wielder doesn't help carry out the mission, then the wielder and the weapon come into conflict. And that might necessitate, charisma checks.
So she probably is carrying it without actually attuning to it, because you can do that, right? I can still use it.
Yeah, you can
I don't
still
know.
use. Yeah, it's still a magic item. You just don't get all the extra benefits from it.
Which is fine. Camilla doesn't really need it. But she'll say, it's safer for now, until I figure out what to do with it, if I hang on to it more closely than I would otherwise.
Zosa thinks of Yenia and the lycanthropic blood. And she just has this uneasy feeling about the Black Razor. She doesn't really voice her opinion. She does trust Camilla.
She does emphasize that her intent is to only hold it temporarily, and that she much prefers her own sword. She doesn't seem to have any kind of greed for the weapon. Like, if you were to ask for it back, she would probably just give it to you. She doesn't seem fazed by the fact that this thing is quite evil. She doesn't seem fazed by the fact that it's magical and powerful and can control the wielder if you attune to it. She's just like, I know how to handle stuff like this.
Yeah.
You have to remember that Camilla is a treasure hunter, and she deals with magical items like this every day, like the orb. Not that Zosa wasn't present for that, but Verm will remember the orbs.
I'm pretty sure Zosa went with us on that adventure.
Oh, she might have been on one of them. Because I think we recruited Zosa into the party after the last time Camilla was on the show.
We recruited, I believe, Zosa the same time Board came with
Yep.
us on that mission.
Oh, maybe. Okay.
Yeah, I didn't go on the weird dungeon with the riddle and
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's
I
what
didn't
I
do
was
that
thinking. You were right after that.
yeah.
And then
But
you missed the Halloween
would've-
one too, I think.
yeah, you missed the Halloween one. You weren't on the Halloween one. You were like right after all that.
Mm.
But that's okay because I'm sure the party would have regaled Zoso with stories of their adventures with Camilla anyway, because
Yeah.
crazy loot and things. But Verm is well aware, at the very least, from firsthand experience of her ability to handle all things magical.
Yeah. But she's also a little greedy.
I mean,
Who isn't?
Yeah,
You
it's kind of
summoned-
rich coming from me.
you
Yeah.
summoned me to take the soul.
Yeah, it is a little ironic that Verm's accusing people of being greedy.
Are you
Camilla's
greedy?
greedy.
You have come a long way, Verm, and I am proud of you.
Throws a gold coin the opposite direction. He runs there.
Mine! Run,
Yeah.
run.
Good
Yes.
boy. Good boy.
One coin to rule them all.
Move over,
God.
Toby. Let me give Verm a kiss on his big green head.
Aw. So, yeah, Camilla will accompany you both back to Waterdeep so that she's kind of acting like she's your escort she's your protection, she's your muscle on the way back to the city.
Gotcha.
You're like the big sister to Sosa and Verm, just like bring her to a fight.
I'm
Which
gonna
one
have
of them
Camilla
called you a
beat
name?
you
I-
up.
Yeah.
Yeah. Which
I'm
one
gonna-
of them called you a name? I will destroy them.
That
Who's that
one.
That one right there.
Points at two different
Yeah.
people.
That one was mean to me.
Points at Darnan, and she'd be like, mm-mm.
Nah.
Nah, fam, that one's on you.
He's all yours.
There's too many action surges. You can't.
Today, little
20
Zosa,
action
you're
surges.
going to grow up, dear.
It
You
was
know,
nice
some
knowing you.
lessons in life are best learned the hard way.
Oh my god.
Durnan walks out from behind the bar. He's carrying Black Razor.
Whoops. She'd probably be,
Exhausted.
live so long.
she would probably be like, so what happened to Torrent?
He's at the bar.
He's,
Oh,
he's just.
Where else would he be?
Yeah.
it would be nice to see him again. She says,
Oh yeah, I'm sure.
laughing.
I'm sure. Yeah. He has some
Sure will
belongings
be.
for you.
I think
Oh.
Borg did actually.
Borg
and,
had those things.
He didn't make.
Yeah, but he was dead. So unless we buried him with him.
You did.
I
You
think
absolutely
he
did.
wanted to be buried with it.
He's
Oh no. Alright.
Those
Very
items are
odd.
gone. Same with the magazines.
Oh yeah, the
Yeah,
magazines.
the magazines and the
But
manacles.
the
Play,
mace, though,
play elf.
I have the mace.
Here,
I believe.
you don't need that.
plus one
no.
rubber mace.
No, it's just a suspicious plastic mace. There's a
Pass me the mace,
difference.
brother.
Oh no.
Silicone, bro.
It's very suspicious looking. It's made of styrofoam.
I smite thee.
It's not even regular plastic. It's oh my god.
Hacking penis.
I smite thee with a mighty thump. Flap.
They're just hot glued together.
Brother Enoth, why does your spiritual weapon look like that?
It's very complicated. I don't want to talk about it.
Back in boarding school, you see.
It's a ruler. It's just a big ruler.
All of a sudden, you know, starts having flashbacks of him and some other holy person named Genmer getting whipped, and
No.
Good times.
Genmer's like,
bet.
you get used to it after a while.
All right, Loco, you can say it now.
You know what I'm thinking, Duff. Yeah.
He was my only friend in school.
Who, the whip?
Oh yeah.
Well, that too. No, two friends.
thank you, sir. May I have another?
That was the name of the whip, sir.
Sir.
You know that was
that's a little too on the nose there, Ben.
no, so when we say hate you, Duff, we're talking about the fact that Duff totally forced Genmer to have this
A whip fetish.
It was-
as part of his
Yeah.
backstory.
It was
not
funny.
just torrent.
It's like that's what Torm. He made Torm sadomasochist god.
Torn,
Yeah.
the
It's a
deity of honor and justice, like second only to Helm and all
Calistria.
these boys.
No,
I
he
have
doesn't
a
hurt
lot.
people.
I have so much I could say to that,
A,
but
a flagrant.
Hey
I
man,
don't want to get.
hey man. Sometimes you got to beat the honor and justice into somebody.
I guess
Anyway.
so.
Fair.
The beatings will continue until morale.
There's no
improves.
honor without power.
Yes, exactly.
So says,
On the
so says
water
the mighty
beat.
Torm.
Yeah. Anyway,
Camilla's sword is named Sir. I get
oh
to say it.
my.
Oh my. All right. Moving on. We get back to the Yawning Portal.
All right, you all
Camilla
venture.
kicks down the door.
You
Show me
all
where the
start
willies are.
venturing out, leaving from the forest. It takes the group a while. It's a very large forest. And there's trees everywhere. Zosa, give me a perception check, please.
Okay.
Pimp walk.
Got the boa and everything.
Perfect.
Well, that's good.
24.
As you're walking out, you're just kind of, still somberly walking. Got a lot on your mind, and you kind of look around, to the left, and kind of take in the view that way, and kind of turn to the right, and take in the view that way, and every now and then, as you get further away from the thick central area of the forest, light, like sunlight, daylight will kind of start to shine down in between the treetops, and you kind of look up and see glimpses of the sky, and then you kind of, as you're continuing to walk, you kind of glance over, just at the rest of the members in your party. You're like, there's Vern, there's Camilla. You get the idea. And as you're doing this, you turn, and then you go to look back, and then something had just like caught your eye, and you do a double take, and you find an arrow embedded into one of the trees.
Zosa waves a fist to tell the group to hold, and she'll scan the area. She's been a little complacent, but not to the point where she's not carrying her crossbow.
Right.
So she will now hold it up, buttstock into the shoulder, nice and tight, and she's kind of like scanning the area.
Okay. I'll say we'll just use your perception check that you already rolled. You don't notice, or pick up on any kind of movement or anything out of the ordinary other than this arrow that caught your attention. I mean, you hear like the leaves in the trees kind of like shake and rattle with the breeze. You hear some wildlife moving around, but like nothing to really, other than the arrow, nothing to really justify you being on like high alert all of a sudden.
Zosa will move up to the arrow and inspect it, try to determine its make, or how old it is. Maybe it wasn't freshly fired.
You being a very well versed with your crossbow. Granted, crossbow bolts and arrows from a bow are similar yet different. They still share a lot of the same base concepts, so to speak. Just looking at the arrow that is, in the tree, you can look at it and you can tell it doesn't take very long for you to figure out that like this hasn't been there very long.
Okay. Zosa will kind of toss it to the ground, and she'll whisper, "There are bowmen nearby. Be on your guard. We should move quickly to get out of this area of the forest."
So you remove it from the tree.
Yeah.
Okay. When you remove it from the tree, you notice that the arrowhead is not like it appears to be of a different kind of make. Like the edges of the arrowhead, the bladed edges aren't like straight to a point like you would normally see. They're more it's more from the wide point, instead of it going straight like a regular arrowhead, like triangle if you will, it kind of curves in more up to a point. You'll also notice that the fletching is all black feather. The wooden shaft of the arrow is of it's either been colored or it's made out of a darker type of wood that you're not familiar with seeing used in arrowcraft all the time. But one thing that does catch your eye as you're kind of moving it around to kind of examine it is you see, like with the light, you see hints of like purple veins going through the shaft on this arrow. And when you hold it just right, it kind of resembles a spider web.
Wow. Zosa will turn towards Camilla, and she'll whisper, like, "Look at this strange arrow. I have never seen anything like it. What do you make of it?"
Camilla will smoothly hop down from the cart, as she does in her roguelike way, and she'll walk over and take the arrow from you if you offer it up to her and take a look at it. Do I recognize this as I'm not gonna guess. Should I just, you want me to?
No,
check?
you would know that
Is
it's pretty obvious
Drow?
who the main followers of Loth are.
Okay, so it's Drow Maid. Is it Brigandareth or?
It's kind of hard to tell. It's more ambiguous make, like default drow for layman's terms. It does, you don't see anything that would really indicate it belonging to a certain house,
Organization or anything like that. Okay.
yeah.
No symbols, just the typical Loth symbology.
Yeah.
This appears to match the Spider Queen, Loth, the main deity of drows.
I'd like to do a religion check. I want to see if Zosa recognizes that off the top of her head.
You do.
Yeah. Yeah, her eyes narrow.
Quite evil.
And she wonders, like, I thought they were, I thought those elves were banished from the land. I thought they were underground creatures. What are they doing in this forest?
Well,
This is a dastardly development.
there are drow in Waterdeep. There are all kinds in Waterdeep. They do not strictly live in the Underdark. There are some sects of the drow that live above where we live. It's not so uncommon.
I have heard foul stories of their kind. We should not delay. Verm, Clipper, be on your guard. Let us proceed.
I will also say with that religion check, you will know, or you will have remembered through your study, that Lolth is also known as the Queen of Spiders, as well as the Queen of the Demon Web Pits. And she was the most influential goddess of the Drow within the pantheon of the Dark Seldarine.
Oh yeah, these are bad dudes.
Aren't good people.
Nope.
You will also, I'll give you this one just because it's for flavor's sake. You will also know that other than being known as not good and bad news, she has a long list of titles. The Queen of Spiders, the Demon Queen of Spiders, Queen of the Demon Web Pits, the Queen of Darkness, Dark Mother, Mother of Lust, the Lady of Chaos, Weaver of Destiny, Weaver of Webs, the Weaver, Flesh Carver, and Spider, word rhymes with witch.
It's after 10 p.m. We can say it.
Spider bitch.
Yeah. She's the spider bitch.
She's the spider bitch.
Spider bitch.
I just wanted to put that in because he thought it was funny.
Spider.
Yeah,
No, that's an actual title she's known by.
No.
it is. Yeah, that's actually part of the lore that's canon.
You guys go ahead and cuss. We can fix it in post.
We'll just put Ben's
For
beep
YouTube.
sound effects over it.
Camilla seems unimpressed, and she says, "Well, I'm sure the majority of the Drow live in the Underdark. There are all kinds in the Waterdeep area. It doesn't surprise me to find something like this here. But if you want to investigate," and she kind of turns around and looks around, "we could do that."
She also shakes her head no. She makes it clear she wants to press on and get away from them.
As you wish.
She says we are too small in number. We could be set upon by them at any moment. There's no way of knowing how many there are or why this one arrow was left behind.
As you wish.
We have a carriage, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
What does Clipper say?
Good
Do
call.
you require? Do you? Do you require assistance? No. Clipper kind of looks at the arrow, looks up at you both because Clipper's very short, only a little bit taller than Verm, and just says in a child's voice, "That's weird."
So creepy.
Mhm.
Where's Duff with all the kid voices?
Just start saying red rum, red rum.
Red
rum,
rum,
yeah.
red rum, red rum,
Clipper's
red
head slowly
rum.
starts turning, and it doesn't stop.
Like an
It's just
owl,
like a
just
full
in
90
this
degrees, yeah.
Clipper is
Like that is the scariest shit I have seen in my entire life. Yeah, you all continue towards the edge of the forest, and Zosa, you are probably on even more high alert now at this point. Go ahead and give me another perception check, this time with advantage, because you are basically on edge. That's the word. I'm
Yeah.
looking for. Hey, look at there.
And it shows.
Pull, 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 pull.
Let's just have a
Um,
one up him.
Yeah.
everything.
Well,
I just wanted
rogues.
to roll dice, okay? That's it.
Rogues, you know.
Rogues.
Skill monkeys.
Mhm.
You find, yeah, you find another arrow, almost identical in make to the one that you found earlier. I'll say that about, say maybe like 30 minutes or so have passed. It's a really big forest, and the darkness of the arrow just stands out even against the nature, like the natural color of the bark of the tree. But this, so you notice that it catches you, it catches your gaze like without you even trying almost. But then you kind of like squint and kind of like look further and like focus in on the arrow a little bit more, and you notice that there appears to be like a piece of parchment where the arrow has pierced the trunk of the tree.
Zosa points out the arrow.
Languages do I speak? I forget.
I speak a lot of languages. It's alright.
I do too.
I don't.
Spells do I have?
I'll totally look at the note.
You go look at the note.
Zosa is going to cast Aid on herself and Clipper and Ver. This will give us 5 extra hit points to our maximum.
Open up the Clipper sheet.
Kaka?
You're really making me do this today.
Yeah,
I'm not.
Alright. I don't know what languages Clipper only speaks like 2 languages, I think.
I speak Common and
Anyway, do
Goblin
you
and
open the note?
Draconic.
Iron, Common, Dwarvish, Helvetian. What language is it in?
I'm saying, do you open the note?
Yeah.
You open the note. You open the note, and inside the note is, in red, is just a large X.
Quaint. And she shows it to them. I inspect it closer. Do I see any based on Zosa's story about seeing more than one kind of text on a page? I want to inspect it closer.
Okay. Roll investigation or use some
Take it.
spells or something.
That's intimidation, not investigation. 23.
You kind of like hold it at different angles, hold it directly up to the sun to see if there's, you can see through it, like there's something embedded in there, whatever. You go to check it, you don't find anything else hidden in there. But as you're doing this, you think to yourself, man, this is kind of weird. But then you kind of remember just basic intimidation and scare tactics that sneaky people like to use on people they've targeted.
It's just an X, right? It's not like a particular type of thieves can't, because I know thieves can't.
No, it's just an X.
Okay, cool. So
looking at it, it looks like the red isn't ink. It's like it's somebody like pricked their finger and
okay. Be some kind of scare tactic. It doesn't seem to actually mean anything. Perhaps do not trespass, or leave us alone, or we're going to get you. I'm not terribly impressed. It's
Or
just a little bit-
Zosa. It could mean Zosa. I don't like it.
Why would the
should-
drow be after you?
I don't know. But that is the first letter of my name.
Oh,
We should go.
let's go then.
Kaka.
Kaka.
Cacao. So do you all just continue to make your way back to Waterdeep?
Yeah.
Are there any tracks from anyone who might have come by lately? Any distinctive tracks of like recent origin?
Nothing that you can really make out per se. I mean, obviously you can see your tracks, and there's probably when you were coming from the center of the forest, like there was a lot of obvious foot traffic from Band-Aid's clan, but I mean, other than like wild animal tracks and everything, like you can't really make out anything in the immediate area that you're in.
I say we just push on.
Okay.
If they were really after you, they would be here,
Okay.
not playing games.
Because where you all are at is a decent amount away from Waterdeep.
Mhm.
Okay, you all make your way back to town.
Awesome.
You arrive in Waterdeep. What do you do?
Camilla wants to go to the Yawning Portal.
Okay.
Well, how long was the trip, Bash? Because
Good
Weeks?
question. Let
Couple
me
weeks
pull up
out,
the
maybe a
map.
couple weeks in,
and what
or a
was
little
everybody
less.
else doing?
Yeah.
Yeah, what was everybody else doing during this whole time?
Well, I presume they
tell
were
me.
adventuring.
I hope Torrent was getting drunk.
I mean, probably.
He's reformed.
He's totally reformed now?
Yeah,
Forever?
for now.
For now.
Until he sees Camilla, then he's like, nope, going back to drinking.
It's like, yeah,
Oh,
nope.
he's leaving town then.
I assume Rowan and Enoth would probably be trying to find a couple people to head down back into White Plume Mountain, because we have some unfinished adventuring that we promised Zosa we would do.
Yep.
So in a
Cute.
month's time, I would bet we're already down there again.
Yeah, that's
What
what I was thinking.
Yeah.
It's like the whole thing with Bandel's body would have been like an excuse to get rid of Zosa and Verm for a while. And then like the main party would continue on with the actual like adventure.
Because it's been at least a month going there and back minimum for them to figure stuff out.
I don't want to keep on like playing like 2 or 3 characters. So I was trying to get Zosa out of town for a while, and then maybe like something else would happen.
Oh, DM?
Yeah, I was counting hexes.
Oh,
Yes.
I was just saying, I don't know. I thought we were gonna reunite the party and have an introduction to Camilla, but we don't have to do that.
Is Camilla joining the party?
No.
Yes.
An acquaintance of sorts.
Well, we could always wait for them to come back
So
up.
that, yeah, I was gonna say so that
Because I doubt it would take
Your
a month to
friends-
go.
your friends
back.
don't see Camilla with the black razor and go. They know she's supposed to have it.
Killer.
Yeah.
Ah,
Well, and in a month's time of going down, I bet the new party would be close to coming back up, because that's a lot of time on
Yeah.
the ground.
That makes sense.
yeah, because from
What I would
Waterdeep,
imagine-
from Waterdeep to the grandfather tree is like 23 hexes.
and
how
I
big
think
is
it's
it?
5 miles, isn't it?
So yeah, that's 2 weeks.
It's
We
it's
just
a long
attend
time. Yeah.
Yeah.
So 2 weeks one way.
Would've been a
Barring
month,
there's
yeah.
no troubles or anything along the way, and then however much time you spent there for the funeral stuff, I mean, you're looking at a month, 2 months out from being back in Waterdeep. What
Well,
I
if we
imagine.
want,
Would've been like
we
a
can,
month.
we can touch this back up when the new party's done adventure, if that
Yeah.
makes sense.
Yeah, that's fine. We can do that.
Okay, cool.
So, like, 3 days after Verm and Zosa would have left, Rowan would have made up some small flyers and kind of put them around town of Waterdeep, like little help wanted, adventures as needed type thing. Just stating that there was a adventure at hand with rewards guaranteed.
Fine print at the bottom. Survival is not guaranteed.
Yeah,
Survival optional.
Yeah.
Survival may or may not be optional.
Survival not guaranteed.
And then I'd have it signed Rowan Bertolt, or Acolyte Rowan Bertolt, and my room number at the Yawning Portal.
That's a bit risky, isn't it? Giving out your room number.
Well.
Oh well.
Just shrugs.
He just looks at him like, stop being such a punk, dude.
I asked around town. Some of the townspeople said that there was this place called the Unlucky Die, had some cool adventurers, but it burned down. No such luck.
F.
F's in chat.
F's in chat.
Maybe that's why they called it unlucky.
But from that 3-day period on, I'd just be spending my days at the Yawning Portal waiting for any takers on the flyers.
Okay, I know of at least 2 that would do so.
Show up.
So I'll let them go ahead and handle that.
Eventually, in a couple days, a tabaxi would approach you at your room.
At my room.
Yes.
Late night or early morning?
Early morning.
Now, are we sharing a room? Or do we have separate
I would imagine we probably would to save
You
cost.
guys got bunk beds?
we shared a home. I don't see why we'd be opposed to sharing a room.
Yeah, exactly.
Why don't you karate in the garage?
After 18 years, you guys are probably sick of each other.
Heck
We
yeah.
didn't even live together for that long in our story.
Sam,
Yeah, no, we were kind of separated at birth.
Sam, roll me a d20. Oh, the whole card. Thank you for the raid. You tuned in just in time for some silly shenanigans inside the Yawning Portal.
11.
Okay, you all were totally able to turn the beds in this double room into bunk beds, so you have more room for activities.
Hell yeah.
Did you use power tools?
Crafting 100.
The only
Power tools.
The only
You
power tool.
you call on the aid
Sherry
from
Toothbrush
from an
is-
artificer, and
I call on Helm himself to erect the bunk bed.
Oh, and it
Kinda
is
whack.
erect.
yep,
Erected.
it sure is.
I hate you, Duff.
This is good RP, you know what?
Thank
Yes.
you, Mandy.
Our penis.
A tabaxi wearing
I didn't say it.
only just robes would approach your
Robe?
room number. Yes.
Saucy.
He's selling
It is a little
skooma.
soft.
Versace robes. No.
Pure
he-
silk robes.
Ooh.
The
Spider silk.
tabaxi, to give a little description of what he looks like, is like a panther print kind of, just straight black. About 6'5". Has
I know that height pretty well.
Yeah, I know you do. He's pretty muscular, but it's weird. He's really lean as well. As what he's carrying a short sword and his fists.
Skooma sail.
And he will approach you whenever you come out of your room, probably awkwardly
Yeah.
waiting there for like an hour.
You awkwardly waited at the door. You didn't knock or anything.
Yeah, he would
Or
just,
are you
he
just
would
like
just wait.
standing like?
He
face
would
to
just
the-
wait. Yeah, he would just wait.
Awkward waiting.
Well, he'd be like on the back hall, like crossing his arms. He-
Oh, okay.
T-posed in the.
I could just imagine you like
hallway.
standing in the doorway, like nose to the door, waiting for it to open.
out of character, this is the first town he's ever been in. So he doesn't know what to
Fair.
do. He'll wait for you to come out and we'll say, are you the one who put up posters around town about a job?
Indeed, I am. And I'll extend a hand. Alkalite Rowan Bertolt. My friends call me Rowan.
My name's Breeze. We'll shake your hand.
Interesting name, but many of your people are named after certain aspects of life, I suppose.
Yeah.
So you're interested in coming down with us, my brother and I, and I'll kind of call back into the room. Enoth, we have a taker.
Enough would be laying face down on the bottom bunk.
Not breathing.
Asphyxiated on his own vomit from a night of binge drinking.
There's just a trail of blood going out the window, just like just like the other guy.
Oh, you guys share a room?
Saves on
Well,
cost.
Well, we are related. It's not that weird.
I guess.
Anywho, if you want to join us downstairs, we were about to go get breakfast.
Yeah, that's fine by me.
Oh, sure. I guess I can put my armor back on just to go downstairs.
He's not gonna eat. He's just gonna be there.
Takes a full 10 minutes.
Yeah, he'll be down in like half an hour.
Yeah, you see it a little bit.
Where is that damn boy?
Where's that little halfling fellow?
Oh no! I need to visit the facilities. Oh, piss boy!
100%.
Catheterate me.
It's just chainmail cuirass with a tabard. Doesn't take that long.
Yeah.
Breeze,
Good old Mel Brooks humor.
What do you bring to combat?
I punch stuff.
Punch thing.
Yeah.
Very well. So you are aware, my brother and I are both magically gifted. Me a little bit more than him, and I'll kind of.
I love the subtle rivalry that goes on here. Like, it's like obviously me more than him, but you know what I mean.
Give like a little
Casual
nod.
shade.
And they're both identical twins, but Rowan is obviously the more handsome one.
And older.
Not going.
And older.
Taller.
He's just like we're magically gifted. Me more so than him.
Me slightly more so than him, but we are in the ways of art of healing and magical effects and whatnot.
Well,
Is
I
this
guess we'll see which one of you is more useful. No.
wearing any armor?
We each have our own usabilities.
That's fair.
Him is more sword and board. I'm more, and I'll kind of like summon a slight ball of electricity in my hand. More electrifying.
Would your character be wearing any armor?
Mine?
Yeah, I didn't hear you earlier.
No, he would.
No
Robes. Monk
armor.
robes,
Just
right?
robes.
Yeah, just robes.
He's got a bathrobe. It's one of the fuzzy ones, the terry cloth.
There's a blue guy walking around
The
here.
bunny slippers.
Kind of dresses like.
He pulls the hood up and it's a rubber duck.
Also has a frog on his head.
Clippers alter ego.
Instead of caca, it's quack quack.
Oh. Wah.
So, you like to punch things?
Sorry, can you repeat that?
You said you like to punch things?
Not so much like, but I just can.
Ah, I see. So, do you prefer more passive solutions?
Yeah. I mean, if things have to, call for these hands, they're rated E for everyone.
I mean, he's not wrong.
My God.
Do you have any
Quality
discernible
content.
skills?
I can make people freeze. I can make people
Oh.
fall. I can push people, or I can run really fast.
Mm. Can you breathe underwater?
No.
Yeah, I didn't think so.
Yeah,
Past character's better.
That's what Torrent says. Torrent says he walks up and smacks him in the back of the head.
He's in the back. He's in the back of the bar going, yes.
You fight while you're 15 whiskeys in? I didn't think so. And he's like, Torrent, you're talking to a wall. Torrent's
You're
like,
facing the wrong way again.
He's like talking to a shrubbery. that was awesome.
Let's see.
A shrubbery.
God. Yeah. Anyway.
Does oh, Mandy's gone. Okay.
Do you
She had to wander for a sec.
do you follow any specific faith or something?
There's a temple I follow.
Ah, maybe we've heard of it.
Definitely not.
Come on, try us.
But neither of you are my kind.
Oh, it's one of these things. Where do you hail from?
I hail from deep into the mountains of the Sword Coast Mountains.
My brother and I here are from the forest, just outside of Neverwinter.
Forests aren't a good place to be.
No, it's very dangerous.
Well, is it just us, or is there anybody else joining us?
The moment you're the only one that's inquired any interest, but I'm sure there'll be others if you want to get yourself a room here and hang out for a little while. The bartender is a very honorable man.
What's a bar?
Oh no.
You're in one. It's where you serve drinks and find cheap women to take back to your room.
I feel like Torrent has a look of
What
disgust.
no,
on
we're
his
gonna
face.
just. Well, thanks for the offer, but I don't think I'm gonna do any of those things. Maybe just sleep.
Judas is probably hiding in a dark corner somewhere, just going, "Oh God."
God damn it!
So you don't know what a bar is? How did you get here?
These feet.
You just walked
These
from
feet
the
just
mountains?
keep on walking.
I have been known to run very fast and very far.
You don't ever run in combat, do you?
It depends. Like I might run to people, but not away.
Okay. Not unless the situation is
I
dire
did
enough.
once. There's one time where this hordes of orcs threatened my temple, and I ran 25 miles without any stopping to go warn them.
Did they survive?
I'm here, aren't I?
I guess so.
Deception check. No, just.
Okay, so I cannot speak for Mandy, but unless Mandy brings somebody in at this time, I'll tell you that nobody else really shows up to report any interest in the job. Maybe a day or two goes by, you guys vet all the weirdos out, the people who are just in it for a quick buck, and like they're obviously not real fighters, or any
fodder.
serious contribution. Yeah, man, I'd love to bring in like 20 first level villagers, just like, hey, there's food in there, let's go have that feast, and just like run them into traps.
I mean,
Did you say your name was?
I
Can
will
you talk
remind
to your
you
ghost
all,
head?
you are in a large city. You are in Waterdeep. You could get hirelings with your money.
Oh, really?
You
No, just go
can.
get orphans.
I mean, chances are they're all gonna die, but you can get them.
Don't let us do this.
Are you intending
Build an
to
army.
use? Are you intending to use the rules in Tasha's about like hireling? Isn't there a new set of rules for that sort of thing now? I don't know.
Yeah, possibly. I haven't looked it over, but
Oh,
Raise an army for the glory of Helm. That's an idea that didn't cross my mind until just now.
I mean, even before Tasha's, that was an option. Sorry, I've been listening. I just had to take care of something real quick.
The voices in my head have given me a terrific idea.
we should hire
God,
some
God is so
cannon fodder. I mean,
Wait.
acolytes.
We should go to the orphanage of Helm.
Oh my God! Get the orphans out of Helm's orphanage. Oh no.
Torrent
keep them
looks
off the streets.
disgusted.
Yeah, where was our boy Torrent raised? I mean, we could
Yeah.
just go grab some of them. I mean,
Torrent, he
That's
raised by
messed
the
up.
streets.
Yeah.
He grew up in the streets.
I was raised in the world of cream.
Torrent would freely tell you that he lived in the sewer.
He had to live somewhere else. You didn't just live in the
Simple.
sewers your whole life, right?
I mean,
That's as long as he can remember.
if
Simple
Ninja
butter
Turtles can
trap.
do it,
They're not the Ninja Turtles.
can do it. So
They're-
can I.
They're the
Ninja
adolescent.
portals.
They're the adolescent.
Turtle friends.
Funk turtles. There you go.
mm-hmm.
I kind of want.
Wasn't a completely obvious, blatant ripoff or anything.
No.
never.
No, why would we ever do that? We're not
Great
that
value.
original.
Never.
Shelled reptiles.
I don't know. If you're curious about what we're talking about, you might just have to go back and look.
A long time ago.
It was.
Was.
Anyway,
Does anybody else respond to the ad?
Nope.
We know we have Judas. He said he'd know when we're heading back down.
You
so,
think you know you have Judas.
You think,
no,
yeah.
That's fair.
What is going on? Somebody's sharing a game.
What's up?
Yeah, somebody's sharing their scream.
Yeah.
Oh, what is that? Yeah, it looks like Escape from Tarkov, maybe.
Yeah, I was gonna say it does look kind of like Tarkov.
Who's playing Tarkov?
Yeah, Jaff.
that wasn't me.
Go ahead and roll a deception at like major disadvantage. I know it's not me because I don't have the game.
I want
Yeah, I
you to
don't
roll
either.
4d20
Don't either.
and take the lowest one.
Negative 800.
Negative 5,000.
Disadvantage.
Well, we're not streaming Escape from Tarkov. We're streaming D&D.
It's D&D.
Right now, we're live streaming Escape from the Yawning Portal because we can't seem to get out of
Yeah.
this
No, yeah, I was gonna say.
this side.
Well, some
hustle
people
here.
don't want to join the adventure.
Send us some great value adventurers and let's get on.
A guest. I'm not staying here forever.
No, I'm not. I'm talking about the Matrix man up on the left.
Yeah, Matrix Man.
Oh yeah, nobody shows up. Nobody shows up, and like a couple days go by, and like I said, you vet all the weirdos out. You vet all the people who are just in it for a quick cash. They don't realize the dangers, and evidently, no real contenders step forward.
Well, we're gonna get more XP now.
Very well. I guess 4 will
Yeah.
have to do.
There is a knock on your door.
Please,
Who is it?
dude.
Late at night or early in the morning?
My God.
Pick your time.
I'll do another morning run. You don't want to see Rowan late at night without makeup and
He
all.
gets
you
a
know,
little cranky.
Scary
Oh, he
sight.
wears man makeup.
Rowan wears lightning bolt stick-on tattoos.
Yeah.
He looks like David Bowie with the lightning bolt across his face,
Mm-hmm.
like a pink lightning bolt.
Oh my God.
Alrighty then.
A few moments go by and the door opens and what do I see?
Before you stands a 6'9" silver tabaxi.
Brother.
He has underneath a cloak, he has a it's a leather armor underneath this cloak. He is very, very muscular from the shoulders down to about his waist. Again, he is lean, very lean. He has a very large necklace around his neck. He has a bow slung across his back, as well as a quiver of arrows. And he says, "This one is looking for some adventures.
Yes.
Are you hiring?"
Said he was
indeed
silver?
we are. Yeah, silver.
Damn.
And standing in front of you, who opened the door, is a 6'5" human male with ice blue eyes, kind of sun-kissed skin, and dirty blonde hair that's just about to the eyebrows, sporting a more chin-strapped beard that's shaven pretty well, clean kept, and he extends his hand. Acolyte Rowan Bertolt. We are indeed looking for people to join us.
Very well. And this one's name is Rasumdar Longbow. You may call me Ras.
Nice to meet you, Ross. In terms
No,
of
no, no,
payments
no.
go,
It is Raz.
Ross.
R-I-Z.
Very well.
I miss this so damn much.
The payments will be earned in the dungeon, of course. We'll split them as evenly as we can, and any weapons or magic items that are found, if it pertains to your skill set, you're more than welcome to take them.
Job is pretty standard mercenary work.
This is fine with Ras. I look forward to starting this adventure. When do we start?
With yourself and the other tabaxi that came a couple days ago, and my brother and I assume we're pretty much ready to start.
Right now, roll initiative.
Give a
Okay, let's go.
give it a day or two just to make sure our rations and everything are set, and we'll be ready to go.
Very well, we will be looking forward to this adventure.
Say the line.
This one does not say lines.
It will happen at some point.
Yeah, it will.
Of course, he's a tabaxi.
He has skooma for sale if you have the coin.
He does have
Wait.
steel blue eyes.
Wrong game.
He has little knotted things under his beard. I don't know what you call those, but there's several
Like
of
the
them.
beads, like the little beads or the braids.
Yeah, there's a
or-
little knotted hair with a little bead on the end.
Cool.
Kind of like little dreads.
Loco makes
Yeah.
the coolest characters. Fight me.
Too bad he's gonna die. No, just.
Oh, stop it. He just got introduced 2 seconds ago. Jeff, don't you dare.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Do you think being a new character gives you plot armor? Ask Alex how that went.
Yeah.
That's
Or
fair.
ask
I'm gonna make a
Tell me
custom
really
feat called
quick.
plot armor.
Plot armor. Next time you die, you don't.
This-
Durnan has plot armor.
Toby has
Straight
plot armor.
Toby is plot armor.
No, Durnan has pure badassery as armor.
That's true.
When we reach the max level in the campaign, we should have a party 1v whatever against Durnan.
Yeah.
I am totally okay with that.
We're gonna get our shit kicked in.
So,
Oh, yes, you will.
As long as Camilla gets to be the referee, I'll be happy with that.
are we alone again?
Referee, we want you to go first.
Ha! She's not gonna fight Darnan.
Why not?
She knows better.
Doesn't want to hurt the poor boy.
Exactly. I have too much respect for him.
No, really. No, really. She. Never mind. I'm not gonna go there. Anyway.
I know what you're talking about.
Darn smite there. Anyway, never mind. I'll get to that during break when stream can't hear.
That
Anyway.
seems like just a thing.
We
to boost
we
our
understand what
numbers.
you're saying.
Yeah.
So speaking of which, let's take our break.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Speaking of which, right now would be a perfect time to take a quick 10-minute break. And in the meantime, we will play our intermission video. It'll have some old drive-in break time clips things up in the top right-hand corner of your stream viewing screen. That was put together by Lord Praetor himself. He's old, so it makes sense. And flip, yeah. Well, I mean, you didn't make
Love
it,
you,
Loco. So,
H-dub.
yeah. And also a lot of funny, just shenanigan-y type clips over the past year or so from games and things on the channel. Very interesting, and it'll also display out our schedule. Some things that are not on the schedule, but you can see it just popped up in chat is is it next week? What? Not next week, but the week after. August 16th starts Duff's birthday week spectacular extravaganza, whatever he's calling it. His birthday week celebration.
Yep.
Yeah. It's a lot of giveaways and everything. He does it every year. It's a good time, so definitely don't want to miss that. And dice towers and all kinds of things, and some stuff from our wonderful sponsors that also just popped up in the chat that you can see. Total Party Kill Games, who has sponsored this particular campaign before, but now they are an official sponsor of the entire channel. I know everybody here it has some form of Total Party Kill Games products. Somebody is like the social media person for them. I don't know who, but
I wonder who that might be.
yeah, I think it's the female on the screen. Yeah, it's good stuff. Like I'm friends with the people that own and run the thing for many years. Good people, good stuff. They take a lot of my money. And also another place that is run by cool, awesome people and takes a lot of my money is the Druid's Den. It is your place for magical supplies and apothecary needs. It is run by Mama Praetor, Lord Praetor's wife, and yeah, go check it out. It's got all kinds of cool stuff, good stuff, and all hail Mama Praetor. So that being said, Mandy, is this where you're going to say goodbye for the moment, or you gonna stick around and
maybe we'll see.
All right, cool. So yeah, definitely you'll have to come back or continue watching after break to find out. So anyway, I'm gonna shut up now and go ahead and hit the intermission button. So we'll see you guys in about 10 minutes or so, or less, or hell, I don't know. You'll figure it out.
Sooner or later.
I'm just gonna keep waving.
No, that's not big enough. No, that's not big enough either. That's more like it. We're delighted to have you with us. To add to your enjoyment, We're all wound up to bowl you over at intermission time with live wire service at our snack bar, where you'll find a tempting variety of favorite foods and beverages. Now it's showtime, folks. And you can be sure it's the best show in town. Your continued patronage is very, very welcome.
Who's setting up shop? We got a cleric paladin who is also setting up shop. We're going to call our consortium Praetor's Haberdashery Consortium. We don't sell hats.
Is we don't sell hats part of the name?
No, I just thought I'd clarify.
I like it better if it was part of the name. Yeah, me too.
Oh,
that would be very funny.
I'm the head of it, so like we could add that to the name.
We will then. We're gonna have shirts made. I gotta get their portraits all put together, and we're gonna have merchandise.
Oh my god!
This is gonna be awesome.
Raiders Haberdashery Consortium. Parentheses. We don't sell hats.
I would buy one of those shirts.
It's intermission. Rise and stretch time. Time to refresh yourself and visit our snack bar. Got a yen for hot popcorn? Your favorite soft drinks are sparkling cold. The juicy Frank sizzling hot. There's delicious coffee, freshly brewed, and all kinds of ice cream and candy to tempt you. Showtime will be announced loud and clear to get you back to your car in time. So stretch your legs. Come to the snack bar now.
They don't really apply to level 0 characters.
They don't? Okay. All right. So then I won't grab them. I thought that crit might be that extra one. Okay. So here's the regular damage. Oh, say good night, Francis. Oh, that's Chip. Oh. Oh, I'm sorry, Chip.
Suck it, Chip.
Whoops. I thought
me.
I'm sorry, sir. This is a private mountain.
But I only wanted it.
This mountain is reserved for patrons.
But
it's a supply depot for all sorts of good things, which people can get at the snack bar. Like soft drinks, candy bars of all kinds, delicious popcorn, and refreshing ice cream treats.
But I am a patron.
Well, why didn't you say so? Be our guest.
Through, and you're kind of at a point where you can't really wedge your way in there anymore. You're like,
Here, boy. Here, boy. Come. Here, boy. You can do it. Come on.
Yes, sir. May I help you?
I'd like 2 of those, please.
Hot dogs? Yes, sir.
And 3 of those. And 1 of those. And 5 bars of these. And a cup of that nice hot liquid.
Coffee. Coming right up.
Oh, and 2 bags of those peculiar white puffy material.
You mean our crunchy popcorn? Shall I wrap that for you, sir?
Oh, that's all right. My saucer's just outside.
They come from miles to enjoy our intermission.
I'm terribly sorry. Bjorn, you explode, and in your place is a sweet roll.
Nice.
Hello there. Give the demonstration of my new invention, the goodies machine. The machine turns out delicious hot doggies one after the other. And thirst-quenching sodas also. Gives popcorn of the most tasty kind, plain unbuttered. Candy too, crunchy and dandy. Steaming hot coffee and ice cream too. These goodies are at our snack bar, just waiting for you.
Private messenger. And do you know how to do that in Facebook? I mean, in Facebook, whatever. What the hell? What the hell? What the hell?
At least Facebook is still around.
Wow.
Hundreds of years into the future.
Hey, why mess with a good thing?
Go ahead and
right?
clip that one, guys. And you send that one to me later too. Thanks a lot.
As everyone knows, rainbows usually have a treasure at the end.
Let's follow this one and see if we can find the pot of gold.
Ah, there, and I suppose you've come to claim me treasure.
Well, we'd like to see the gold first.
Ethan, there's better than gold in here, me lad. No, just look here now.
Candy, refreshing soft drinks, popcorn, ice cream. Well, that's some treasure, but anyone can buy luscious treats like these at the snack bar.
You don't tell me. Do you suppose you could get me a job as a snack bar attendant?
Brass knuckles he's wearing, and the creature just.
How did the creature go?
One more time?
What? One more time?
No, that was it.
Like you crave that corn when it's freshly bobbed, you gotta beat it to the box with the butter on the top. Get with it, man. Start strolling down to the sweets that you're rolling, the best in town. Our candy's real gone, if I'm understood. To all you squares, that means the confection is positively delicious. Cork that stuff. Give me 5. Let me send you into this nutty jive. Go, man, go. It ain't very far. Shake it on down to this cool snack bar. Come on, Jill. Give us a treat. A friendly pepper-upper with a tasty beat.
Drink Dr. Pepper, Dr. Pepper, 'cause it never lets you down.
Frosty, man. Frosty.
People, we might be able to take care of that. I
I'm
understand.
gonna sing the doom song now.
Oh, God.
Doom, 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 da doom, doom, da doom, da doom, doom, da doom, 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 da doom, doom, da doom, doom. Doomy, doom, doom, doom. The end.
Music to the ears of the hungry. The sizzle of a mouth-watering hamburger. Fresh, lean beef, done to a golden brown, couched in a soft bun, and garnished to taste. Man, that's hunger heaven. And you'll feel like you're heaven sent when you get one at our refreshment stand.
Happen. Let me see. Is there a deception check for a horse? Does a horse have a? Ooh, it's going for the
deception for a horse.
Yeah, horse has
I
got
love it.
deception. So the horse goes up, and you
great.
see it. It's looking a brief second. It looks at the plant like maybe it's something even tastier, but then it sticks out its tongue and it pulls back, and then it backs up. It's got the sugar cube in its mouth, and its eyes go boing, as his eyes just go, and it starts woo, and it starts bucking, and it just and he was looking at something in his hand, and he is standing up, and he grunts out, "Who the F are you? What are you doing here?"
Housekeeping?
Housekeeping.
Oh my god.
Your attention, please. All new hotshot electric in-car heaters have been installed for your comfort and convenience. Just insert heater through car window and turn on the switch. When leaving, please turn switch off and replace on speaker post. Warning, high voltage. For your own safety, do not attempt to repair or remove wires. Do not attempt to open heater unit. If you need assistance, please notify the theater box office or concession manager.
She had red whelps and skin was looking all grotesque and all that, and she let out a little bit of a mumbled roar, leveled the gun at everybody in the room there, and that was where we cut last week. So that was where we'll pick up the action now, unless there are any questions or anything else that the group would like to add.
I have a question.
Please ask away.
What is a mumble roar?
Mumble roar. Yeah, well, yeah, you know.
Uh-huh.
Settle back now, content, comfortable, well-fed, and ready for some fine entertainment. Is everybody happy? Then let's go. It's showtime.
Tuesday, brother. I get the top bunk on Tuesdays.
All right, we have returned, and Hops and Dragons, thank you for the follow. Glad you enjoyed our chaotic intermission video full of clips from games over the past year or so. Trust me, if you enjoy the chaos, welcome to the stream. The whole channel is that way. It's a lot of fun. Anyway, our group of intrepid adventurers finally quit messing around and make their way into the passage to the Undermountain / Underdark to get the show back on the road and make their way, let's see. God, now I gotta sit here and think about things again.
Just say a random number.
Actually, hold on. Apparently, overlay got a little janked. No big deal. Sam's deal. Oh, I know what the problem is. Hold on. That one. There we go. Perfect. And let's see. Rowan and Enoth. This is a very familiar pathway for you because you literally just came from this way. So you're making your way down and you get off at your stop and you make your way through the thick tree lines, the thick forest edge, and the overgrowth of vines and plants, and you make your way into a familiar, just strangely placed, like wide open clearing, and off in the distance you see the large ominous volcano that I think like a week or so ago, like you all had just ventured down into with Zosa on a rescue mission, and now your newfound party members that are accompanying you, you're venturing towards this old wizard's lair to complete the task that you started.
Would have while we were going down, would any magical items be distributed to the new party members?
No magic items for you. No magic items for you.
We melted them down.
Dagger is what I was getting at, but
no dagger for you.
Fine by me.
I don't know. Is there? Nah, that's the combat tracker.
And then there's a ring also there for whoever wants.
Did I? Where's the fuck's going on? There we go. Yeah, I've got a cloak on.
Did we get all the magic items identified? All the stuff that we have here that's not identified yet. Can we just spend the gold to get them identified?
I don't know what's not identified for you all.
Yeah, don't think we have a whole lot because we only went through part of the area so far.
Yeah, there's boots in there that haven't been identified, but that's all.
Yeah, I see boots. I also see a wand at the bottom, a smooth wand.
I don't know. It doesn't
We can
show the
discuss
same
it
for me.
after, too.
Yeah.
Unless you're bringing in a wizard, Ben.
I'll say during your times in back in Waterdeep, you were able to go get those identified. They're not like they're basic magic items essentially. Bam, and I'm guessing I know which boots they are. Yep, I was right.
But we can see the boots of Elvenkind. Okay,
Yeah, that was
stringing and striding. Cool. Nice.
Okay, so anyway, you all start the group starts making their way towards the mountain through the clearing, and does anything happen as they're advancing on the mountain?
When the mountain comes into view, there maybe after like 5 or 10 minutes, one of you will notice a little pinpoint of very bright light will appear at the base, somewhere along the base of the mountain. You guys, whoever is sort of in the lead, you guys can pick. I don't really care which. Just make a survival check with advantage.
I have no idea where we're going.
I would assume Enoth is probably in the front.
Okay.
Yes.
Survival.
What's advantage?
Oh, sorry about that. I'll roll it again. There you go.
Yeah. You can determine that this pinpoint of light is coming roughly from the site where the graves are. Where Yenia, Arca, and Borg, and more recently Talmir were buried. There's some sort of a very bright light emanating. It's still like miles away, but you can see it from your vantage point. It's like this little very bright pinpoint in that area.
I motion my brother over.
Walk up to the front.
Do you see that up there? At the base of the mountain. And I point to it so that he can follow my fingertips.
I do. Not sure what it is. I think we should make a little bit quicker time and go investigate.
And it appeared like while you were just kind of like watching the mountain as you were moving forward, you know, you just happened to be looking in that direction, and it just sort of, over the course of a couple seconds, it just sort of faded into being, illuminating the area around it. You can kind of see the outline of the dead tree all the way down there. It's really hard to see the graves because they're so small in the distance, but you can at least see the tree is illuminated. And it just stays there. It's not moving. It's just this radiant point of light. And as you guys make your way closer and closer, don't know exactly how long it would take, but after about an hour, the light would fade away.
Well, I guess I'd lead the party up to the gravesite.
As you guys get closer to the gravesite, which is like along the path leading to the mountain, you can see a figure in that area, in the campsite. You know, like the remnants of the campsite. He appears to be a stout individual, medium build. Seems rather short. Appears to be wearing armor. He's standing stoically. Does not appear to be armed, but at this vantage point, it's perhaps hard to tell.
What do you think, brother? Should we just make ourselves known or just watch it for now?
Best to make ourselves known, I feel.
All right. I'll follow your lead.
Start getting closer to you, and as I get within 30 feet, you'll see this puff of smoke come up under my feet, and in the next instant, I'm standing directly in front of the figure via Misty Step.
Okay. As you're getting closer, within like maybe like 200-300 feet, you can tell that this is a dwarf. There's something odd about him. He has an unusual look about him. His skin appears to be gray, but also sheen, almost like it's coated in metal, perhaps. And his hair, he has a short beard, a full mustache. His hair is like copper, the color of copper, but it's dark, and it almost looks metallic. I'm gonna put his picture into the Yawning Portal chat. And when you teleport to, as you're getting closer, you know, before you reach 30 feet, he just raises a stout arm, and he just waves a single solitary motion. You can't really tell if he's smiling, but he's not. He doesn't appear to be threatened by your presence. And when you teleport in front of him, you catch a whiff of a faint ozone, and maybe like a smell of metal, or perhaps copper, brass. He doesn't really flinch when you make your teleport. He looks up at you. You're clearly taller than him. What's everybody else doing?
Enoch would trudge up out of the forest in his rattling armor and chainmail. You know, nothing special.
Yeah.
Enoch, you can see that he's wearing plate armor. It appears to be like kind of a dark blue and copper, like the same color copper as his hair. Rowan, you can regard this man in his face now. You kind of like, how far away are you from him?
I'd be like a foot, pretty much standing right next, like in front of you.
Gotcha. Okay, so like all the way up in his grill.
Yeah.
Okay.
Would you have any identifiable markings of a faction? My character would be able to identify anything.
Make a perception check. You can see markings about his armor. You can either make a religion check or an arcana check.
Probably obvious what I'm going to choose.
Mm-hmm.
Arcana.
Fury intelligence.
Give me just a second, guys.
Mm-hmm.
He's load the 3-page backstory.
Yeah, I'm flipping to page 27 of my backstory. Stand by. Nope. Forgot how to do whispers. He's not. Oh wait, he has one. Well, I'll get back to you, Bash. But I believe that is permitted. Let me just double check something here.
From the 1 level class that you have?
Yes. That's his. I believe that's the starting. Wait a second. I will double check that and I'll get back to you. But I think that 1 level does that for me. But I'll double check that because I don't remember if that was his first level that he took, and I don't know if taking it as a 2nd level imparts that proficiency. But I will get back to you.
All right, carry on.
Okay, so what was your check? Let me scroll up here. A 14 religion. And
he rolled
that was
21.
okay. Breeze made a religion. With a 21, and it was religion. You can tell that the markings are not religious. They appear to be. They appear to be some kind of formulas and sigils of some kind of significance. But they don't appear to be inherently religious in nature, and they are strewn all about his armor in odd patterns. They look like flecks of like copper and gold on the armor. Now, all these little patterns and symbols that they don't look like numbers per se, but they look like some kind of calculations that have been drawn all across the armor. Rowan, when you get in front of him, he looks up and he says, "Well met, my friends. At the appointed hour, we have arrived. At last." And he just kind of opens his arms and just kind of like makes this pose. It would be intimidating if he weren't so short, but he opens his arms up and he just kind of like spreads his arms out and he smiles broadly.
Was it you were planning on going?
I will be going with you. I have been waiting some time for you. All of you. And then he looks and says, "Ah, I see that the numbers have changed. It should not matter much." And he appears to be thinking about something for a moment. It's at this point you can see that his eyes have yellow pupils. There's something odd going on in his eyes. It's almost like there's this unusual movement to them. And he says, "Yes, 5 should do, if we are careful. Let us not tarry any further. Shall we go?" And he turns and starts walking away from you towards the mountain.
If you are to travel with us, we might know your name. I'll kind of holler out back at him.
He pauses. He turns, he has a smile, he says, "Yes, my name. I forget that you need that sort of thing here." He looks around at seemingly nothing. This open expanse in between the forest and the mountain. He just looks around almost as if he's talking to somebody for a moment, but he looks back at you. He says, "You may call me Ophidius. Ophidius Lex. I come to you from another world." And he does this bow. It's a little odd. It looks a little odd when he does it. It's a little stiff.
Rowan will kind of bring his right hand that's not holding anything up across his shield, and return a slight courtesy bow. And I'm Rowan. My brother Enoch.
Enoch will give the salute. Present his gauntlet.
And now let the two Tabaxi introduce themselves. They are new as well.
Good day. This one's name is Raz. Welcome to our little band of merriment.
My name's Breeze, and he'll just wave. He's not gonna bow.
Ophidius frowns and nods at the two Tabaxi and says, I was not expecting cat men, but this will be fine. 5 should do. It is a pleasure to meet you. I will be accompanying you on this. And he seems to be struggling for a word. Quest. I will be accompanying you on this quest. Yes.
Might I ask how you came upon knowing we were going to be here?
I must apologize, as I am still disoriented from my travels. May I sit a moment? I believe we can spare.
A particular hurry.
I believe we can spare a few moments. He sits down on a log. He says, I am meant to collect something. Some artifacts. And he starts patting his armor and like going through a pouch. And then he doesn't find anything. He doesn't find what he was apparently looking for. And he says, but I am attempting to recall the names. Do you have the paperwork with you?
I was just about to ask, are we still in possession of the original note, or did Burm or
I'm just gonna say yeah, you do.
I was gonna say Fern probably would have left it in the party sheet, knowing that you guys were going to go back down.
We'll pull out the small handwritten letter. And I thought I had it say.
The other two are waving well. I pinned it, or I sent it in the chat. I don't know if it was pinned or not.
That's okay. That's okay. You guys have the letter and you're able to produce it?
Yeah.
Yeah. So if you say the names of the items, then that'll jog his memory.
It's in the chat.
Let me see. Yeah.
Yes, there were 3 artifacts in this mountain. There was Wave, Whelm, and Black Razor. I hope you're not looking to find Black Razor.
When you say the names, he kind of like jumps up a little bit, and he says, those were the ones. Yes. A great misdeed was done. Now it's coming back to me. I feel parts of my memory are still coming back. Such a harrowing trip. And he glances off to his right, like he's talking to somebody, almost. Can you guys make either perception or survival checks? Nice. Reez, is it Reez or Raz? I thought it was
Raz.
R-I-Z.
It's Raz.
Raz, yeah. So Raz, you don't seem to follow. You don't seem to follow the movement of Ophidious's eyes, but everyone else kind of looks off to their left, his right, and off in the distance, you see what looks like some kind of black scorch mark on the ground, and it looks like a tiny little crater, like a very shallow crater, and you can definitely see dwarven footprints leading over to this little campsite.
Enoth, being the scholarly brainiac that he is, would ask, did you fall out of the sky?
Ophidius smiles and he says, it felt that way when they sent me. It was like walking through a door, but also falling from a rooftop. It was rather jarring. I'm glad their calculations were accurate. It seems I arrived just in time, just as they knew it would.
Who's they?
Ah. Yes. I am remembering more now.
Lord Vasumba, thank you for the raid.
They are my progenitors. My mentors. They are the embodiment of order and law. I am speaking, if you have heard of them, of the Modrons. Have you ever seen or heard of one?
Would that be a history check at this point?
I would say it's a planes check, but it's not. There's
I was
no
gonna say if it's from, yeah.
You can make an Arcana check. That's why I say Arcana or religion. But
I mean, you did state earlier, and I don't know if this was an accident. Came from another world.
That's what he said. Yeah.
Okay.
Breeze, no. Enoth, in this moment, that's not coming to you. You may have heard about something like this, but actually roll with advantage since you're. Are you lawful good?
Lawful neutral.
Lawful neutral? Oh, that's definitely advantage.
Okay.
Yeah, roll again.
Okay. Better.
So, to you, the Modrons are like a story. They're like a story that you may have heard when you were younger, or you can change this however you want. But I like to envision it as this is a story that was told in your community as like good luck. There is something analogous to fairies, but like way more law. It's like the most lawful version of a fairy that you can think of, rather than chaotic. They don't do tricks; they set things right. Modrons are like little machines, sort of, and they're very structured and they have an order, and they follow rules. They're the embodiment of order, and they set things right. Whether it's good or bad, they just set things the way they're supposed to be. So this may appeal to you, since you're lawful neutral. I'm not sure.
It does, not just because I'm lawful neutral, but also because of my faction principles. This aligns pretty good.
What's your faction?
The Order of the Gilded Eye.
Okay.
We root out demonic presence and put down chaos.
Cool. In that case, I'll modify what you know about the markings on the plate armor. You can tell at this point, like maybe like when he says the word Modron, it all kind of clicks in your head. Like these are like leftover pieces of of magic that were like written onto his armor that allowed him to travel.
Maybe read about these in a scroll or something.
Yeah, it's almost like that. It's almost like his armor was used as a scroll, like to send him like his vessel. Like you think it's a fantastical notion, but you think that he may have come from like what he says, like from another world, and the armor might have been used as a scroll, you know, like to cast that spell like on him. Like a one-time shot thing. Ophidius goes on. He says, I was recruited by one of the Modronic Primarchs. Something terrible happened. Something that needs to be corrected. I am a representative of a place that you might know as Mechanus. The holy plane of law. I am a reality shaper. I can tip the odds in your favor in combat, and I can set right certain mistakes. If, and he holds up a finger, if it's in accordance with what should happen. Whether it be for good or ill, I am here to set things right. I mean you no harm. In fact, I have been sent here specifically to aid you. I do not know how long my mission will last, but I will do everything in my power to see you through the mountain, unscathed and successful. We will get these devices or weapons back to where they are supposed to be. That is my goal and my aim. What say you?
Enoth would look to Rowan to see what he thinks.
I say you'll be a welcome addition.
Something told me you would say that. This is excellent. And what of the Catmen? Are you comfortable with the arrangement?
This one cares not. I am here but to adventure and possibly increase my earnings, if you understand Raz's meaning.
Yeah, he nods. He says, such heroes come from such humble beginnings. It is good that you are here, all of you. Let us proceed. I believe that the moment is nigh, and he regards a little device that he has around his neck. He opens it and closes it like a stopwatch. He only looks at it for a moment.
Well, Enough, lead the way.
I think I forgot to mention he's also carrying a shield. For what it's worth. Yeah, he's wearing plate armor and he's carrying a shield. He has a simple warhammer slung on his hip. Maybe a backpack. Beyond that, it doesn't look like he's carrying much.
Lead on into the first area and past the Sphinx.
Yeah.
Creature. Tell everyone what the riddle answer is. We're going.
Doesn't matter. Only one person has to answer it.
Just in case.
It's a different riddle this time.
You are wrong. Roll initiative.
None shall pass.
None shall pass.
You shall not
pass.
Go back to the shadow.
Never mind. So we've fully explored the left side for what you two know, correct? Or not there?
Yeah. The.
I'm just gonna DM supersede. Say yes. The left side has been fully explored.
Yeah.
Okay.
So. Anybody have a coin?
Yeah.
Well.
Flip it.
Let's say heads
Siri.
is forward and tails is to the right.
So do D4 evens, odds, what?
Yeah, sure. Evens forward, odds right.
I was just gonna have you literally flip a coin and be like, they're the same on both sides. So,
Odds.
Siri, flip a coin.
Looks like we're heading down the right tunnel.
okay. Boop. And boop. There we go. Nope, not that one. 1 second. Nope, wrong one again. 1 second, everybody. I'm trying to find the right map.
Can be a pain on the occasion.
Yeah, I sure can. Okay.
So.
Holy crap! Hold on. I gotta clear the combat tracker up. So.
Huh? Oh.
There were some people in there.
Yeah,
that are
it's
not
got
there.
a lot of NPCs.
At this point, yeah.
All right. Cool. All right. Sure. Which you all will arrive somewhere in that area. Arrange yourself accordingly.
You get a map?
I was gonna say I didn't get a.
Yeah.
It's
No, I
sent.
did.
There we go.
Is this the cursed one?
No, mine says loading, so I
Mine
think it's a
does
big
too.
map.
I got it.
There we go. Where did we arrive? Just in this hallway leading down?
Leading up.
Or...
That yeah. If you move your
like we came from this area.
yeah. Like to the left is the stairwell, the rusty stairwell that you had to descend in order to get back in here.
Oh, okay. So like the top left leads to the left side of the dungeon. Is that what I'm
Yep.
getting at? Okay, so we're
Yeah,
headed right.
Holy moly, another raid. Nightheart Gaming, thank you for the raid. How's it going? And Frank, how was your stream? Hope it was full of awesomeness and lots of shenanigans, because shenanigans are fun.
And money.
Lots of money. Eat to Surf, thank you for the follow. Welcome to the Rejects and the Temple of Tomfoolery.
Especially this campaign.
You ain't kidding. And let's see. I have to keep readjusting Caleb's.
No, you don't.
All right, Caleb.
No, you don't have to keep touching my camera. It's good.
Zoom it in really big.
control key is. So I'm just leaned over fiddling with it, trying to figure out why it's sticking.
Okay.
Just don't mind me.
Okay, cool. Won't mind you. Yeah. So you all arrived. Let me get into the mask layer, and you see. Crap. I think it was shift, right? Yeah, it's shift. Okay, cool. All right. Uh-oh. Welcome, yellow cubes. We humbly bow
I'm gonna say
before
with
you.
that little sliver is like, I don't think I can fit through this. But I heard if we get the cat's head through a small area, the rest of their body will follow.
Even
Yeah.
7 foot tabaxi going through a very small opening.
Been meeting a were rat. Fuck it.
That's the worst that'll happen.
Now,
So what are you saying?
now, just so you all know, like there is about at least a good couple of inches of water on this part of the dungeon because you all are back where the dungeon has water.
This is the wrong way to go. This is the wrong way to go.
Shoot, I don't think I have access to fly yet. I don't want to get my feet wet.
Oh no.
Oh
We're gonna get
no.
trench foot.
A little bit of water should not concern someone with such power as yours.
This one is just not fond of water, that is all. Power or no power.
Really?
Get a sir.
No, not neighbors.
It'd be a bad time to shocking grasp the water.
Yeah.
Let me
Wand of
put my lightning
bolts.
away. I guess start walking.
It's a really good
forward.
like emergency solution.
Oh, that wand of lightning bolts is gonna be a real good emergency solution.
Some things never change, even with new PCs.
Well, I mean, fair, but like Rowan ain't a melee boy, so.
No, I was just joking, but
Ophidius is attempting to stay sort of in the middle.
Yeah, Rowan would be middle or back, whatever. I guess I don't know where Loco's character would prefer.
The back.
Okay, then I'll stick just in front of.
Dollar Tree. Lineal.
Today is a good day to die.
Mr. Man behind the screen.
Nope. I mean, yes.
The map. Just a wall.
You come across a wall of force.
Let us turn back. We have clearly made a mistake.
I don't want to be here.
I'm in danger.
I'm in danger. I like the D20 rolls in the tower. There's another one.
Excuse me. Okay, let me undo a little bit more of the map here. Oh man. There you go. Oh, I didn't do it. Hold on. Sometimes the whole shift thing is cool. Other times it's more of a pain than it's really worth. I mean, it really can be. Anyway, you get the idea.
It's a hallway.
Yeah, it is a hallway. It's an angled hallway too, which makes it so much better. The corridor continues up, and then you can tell about 30 to 40 feet from you, it veers off to the east.
Oh no, we locked tokens.
Well, how's the light situation? Is everybody here
Rowan
in
has
the
light
dark?
cast.
Yeah, Rowan has light cast, but it is dark.
Inquisitor Enoch Berthold holds aloft a glowing sword.
There's also, and I don't know if you noticed this, goggles of night vision in the party sheet.
Yeah, but thematically speaking, light makes more sense for Rowan to have.
Yeah.
Because I light up my lightning bolt on the front of my shield. You can't deny that's not cool.
Yeah, but it gives away all element of surprise.
It's badass.
I go chink, 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 and slosh, slosh, slosh in the fucking water. We ain't getting no surprise.
Just fly.
And not to mention,
Give me a level up.
No.
walking around in big
I don't
metal
think I have
armor.
access to fly.
You're part sorcerer, aren't you?
Yeah, but I have to level sorcerer to get to that.
Oh my god, another raid. Diesel Shot, thank you for the raid. How was your stream?
So much
So much raiding tonight. How was your stream? What all did you do? Hope it was good. Dealing with characters making their way through White Plume Mountain.
Yeah.
Yeah, clerics don't fly. Unlucky.
For like the seventh time, pretty much.
Yeah, more or less. Boy, it's now I gotta remember new character names too. Enoth and Breeze, you're making your way down this corridor, and you get to about, I'd say where you're at, and
In the ceiling fall.
yeah. You start to feel like an uncomfortable burning sensation in your feet, and you both take 6 points of damage.
Whoa.
Okay.
Hot, 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 hot.
Floor is lava.
Is it pre-movement or do you want us to roll proper initiative?
No, it's not proper initiative. I mean, you can just tell me like what you're doing.
At what point does it start getting hot where we're at right now?
It's not so much hot. It's more like a burning sensation, like your feet
Like
are
acid.
burning.
All right. Well, Enoth will jump
Or
back
venom.
and backtrack a bit.
Okay.
down at my feet.
There you go. Okay, Enoth, you take a step back, and you'll take 8 more points of damage. Breeze, you said you're staying where you're at and looking down at your feet.
Mm-hmm.
You see that the sole of your foot and like part of your boot that is kind of like in the it's been tinted of sorts. You know how leather is when it gets water on it. But you start to notice like there's some type of like slime mucusy type material that has enveloped the sheen on your boot that is starting to eat away at it.
Like a slime, you said, not like.
Yeah, like a slimy type of material.
Curve stomping the slime into a wall.
I
Just
mean,
kinda
it's
rubbing it off.
it's basically you're gonna scrape it off.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, you still. You would still take 4 more points of damage.
Okay.
But you can do so. Excuse me.
I'll point this out to Enoth. I'll say, stop. Slime on your feet.
Okay.
Do you smell something burning?
Yeah, I suppose Enoth would take the time to clean this slime off of his sabatons.
Okay.
Can the rest of us see this substance?
I was gonna say, with Breeze saying that, looking down into the water, can we see like where it starts
I can tell you where it starts.
and where it ends?
How long is the hallway?
From where I am?
Or the whole hallway?
It's the entire hallway.
The whole hallway's 80 feet.
Now, give me Enoth and Breeze, give me a straight perception check. The other three, give me one at disadvantage.
Bad.
Damn.
Glad Breeze rolled a 15.
Yeah. Don't know if that's good enough, though.
You know the phrase "just barely"? It's right there,
Familiar.
Oh.
where you're still standing.
Preacher? Oh, hi, how are ya?
Hi, how are you?
Is it
And
moving?
no,
Oh, it rolled initiative.
well, not really.
Phidias cast
but-
fireball.
Ooh,
I'm kidding.
you're still standing right in that square.
Well, if I noticed it was there, I would have moved. Is that how much damage I take?
Yeah.
Okay. If I notice it's there, I would back up.
Yeah.
I will also.
So do you back
do a
up
bonus of
and
bonus of bottle.
scrape the slime off your feet again?
Yes.
Okay. Very well. You scrape the slimies off of your foot.
Dang,
Yeah,
Boots.
there's a thing right there. No, I'll point at it. Just make a
Is it
really weird sound.
Was it a creature or?
Yeah. I was asking the same question.
It's basically acidic slime. It's not a gelatinous cube. It's acidic slime.
As long as it's not a sentient creature.
Does anybody
Go up to it and find out.
does anybody have ranged?
Yeah, I have ranged stuff, but
It's not lightning.
Yeah, Ophidius
Yeah.
could try to. Ophidius could try to burn it.
It is under about 3 inches of water.
Oh, okay.
Magical flame.
Or use the water.
Is it like a pile of goo, or is it moving towards us? Or
I mean,
what?
it's kind of shifting as the water shifts a little bit, but it's like it's not a sentient creature.
Perhaps we could simply hop over it.
That is what I was just about to suggest.
I go zoom.
I would step forward and do a cure wounds on Enoth and use my tempestuous magic to fly 10 feet over it and land on the other side.
You fly over it, and a large green hand reaches up and grabs. No, yeah, you make it over. No problem.
I will go and jump over.
Oh,
And there's
unlock tokens.
Do you want to check to jump over it?
Sure.
Just
Athletics
say it.
You sure
or
you don't want
acrobatics or
Yeah.
whatever. You fail. You face plant into it. Half your face burns off.
I'm Two-Faced now.
Yeah, you're Two-Faced now.
Yeah.
You're Two-Face.
Ophidius will cast guidance on Inquisitor Enoth and say,
Let us move past this trifle.
Was it athletics or acrobatics?
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
Okay.
Looking forward, is there more of these piles of goo?
Give me a perception check.
Sure. I can do that. I will use inspiration. It doesn't really matter.
There doesn't appear to be any. The way seems clear and safe.
Famous last words.
Not my famous last words.
Keep on moving forward. Hopefully not stepping in more stuff.
Not stepping in more goop.
Yeah.
Come along, you in the back. You wouldn't want to be left behind in a place like this.
Okay. Hooray! Now I can just use
I was born
actual.
in the darkness.
and Ophidius will cast guidance on Raz.
You merely adopted it. I was born in it. Yeah, you can see that this part of the corridor continues on forth, and it turns sharply to the north, and at the end of the pathway, it jets sharply to the south.
The hallway in front goes north and south.
Yes.
We'll say to the party behind me.
Yes.
You shall.
Yes.
Not fast.
Yes.
Continue forward, I guess, and see which way looks appealing as we get there.
Orc.
Yes. So you say you're going to the pathway to the north?
No, I wanted to get to like the split off and look down both and see if any of them looked more appealing than the other.
Well, for the sake of brevity, I was gonna say with visions and whatnot, because somebody with dark vision can just go right over your shoulder and go, "Oh, hey, look." At the end of the southern pathway, you see a large-ish stone door. And the pathway to the north, you see a like inch smaller stone door.
We either got door or door.
Yeah.
Let's go
Which
south.
Which door looks like it tastes better?
Probably the north door.
If the DM is saying that, then there's bad shit behind that door.
The snozberries taste like snozberries. Sorry, go ahead.
This is true. I mean,
In all
it's the
actuality, we're probably
party.
gonna go past both of them.
Yeah, it's the party decision if you go north or south.
South.
Say south.
You got to vote for south.
What
I
about
concur.
feline brother?
This one cares for neither.
That's fair.
In these labyrinthine places, it is sometimes best to stick to a certain wall and follow it all the way down. Branching left and right will lead to being lost.
You're like every game giving like hints during like the middle of a mission.
Or every loading screen that has like the hints that scroll by.
You can press the letter M to view a map. Don't forget to check your inventory for healing potions.
When encountered by an enemy, it is helpful to use the attack action. Like, you don't say.
I'm just gonna do this cause I don't think I'm gonna find it. Yeah, probably not.
So Ophidius would want to give you guidance if you want to do that.
Yeah, I'll just
an
roll
extra
D4.
D4. Ooh, nice.
16.
Very nice.
Very nice. DC was actually 30.
You approach the door to this room, and as you get closer, it's easier to make out the details of this door. It appears to be normal. It looks like a large iron-bound oak wooden door that has been swollen by water and the dampness of this area. It looks like it could be a little bit difficult to open, but it also could not be. It just depends on how much the wood has swollen inside the frame.
There.
Hey, little brother.
Yes.
Want to come, like, show this door who's boss?
I could give it a try. Is that going to be strength or athletics?
Strength.
Sorry, I didn't realize you two were related.
I cannot.
You go to grab a hold of the handle or the ring or whatever, if you will, and you kind of grab a hold of it. You kind of plant your left foot down or a foot down. And you kind of lift up the other foot, kind of brace it on the edge of the wall, just expecting to give it your all. Just really muscle this door open, and as soon as you just go whatever, the door just opens freely, and you kind of go flying back.
Oh, really? Okay, opposite of what I thought happened. Well, okay, there you go.
What's in the door?
Find out next week.
On Yawning Portal.
On Yawning Portal.
Find out next episode on. No. Patoom! Let me move the map for the stream. Sorry, guys.
Jesus.
I think it's
Close the door. Close the door.
too late.
I don't like
Simon? Like,
I
you
don't like
remember the...
Time to play some Simon Says.
Seems dangerous. Children's games are the worst.
No, in this room, suspended from the ceiling by wires, you see 9 silvered glass spheres, each about 2 feet in diameter.
I see color.
Weird.
Are they colored or have anything color in them?
Is there
There's-
anything on the?
They're silver glass spheres. I think the map thing is just got some slight colorings to it, just so you can keep track of it.
Okay.
Okay.
Just to mess with the players.
Is there anything on the floor, or is it just a normal
Water and muck.
water and
slime.
muck? Okay.
How tall is the roof? Or ceiling?
I would say
Yeah,
maybe 10, 15 feet, maybe. The spheres are hanging down enough to where you can reach them.
Oh, okay.
But they're not like down like at chest level.
Is there anything
Well-
appear to be moving inside of them?
Not that you can tell from where you're at outside the door. Except for you, Ophidius, you might not be able to reach them, but normal height creatures can reach them easily.
I have ways of bringing them within my reach.
Phidias is a little bit of a manlet. Is there anything in the actual glass? I'm assuming they're glass spheres.
9 silvered glass spheres.
I can roll a perception or investigation if you want.
From where you're at, it's kind of hard to make out anything in the spheres. Like, you have to like get up close to them.
See, that seems like a trap and a half.
That's some sus DM speak right there.
I've said it 3 times. They're 9 silvered glass spheres.
This one could shoot one from back here.
I mean, I'm okay with that. Or I could just shatter them all with one click of the finger.
Well, can you like back up a little bit if you do so?
Yeah, we would want to be a little ways away because it's like a 60-foot.
And it's like, I don't know, glass, if it goes everywhere.
Oh no, it's only a 10-foot radius. Never mind, shooting them's a better idea. I'd waste a lot of spell slots.
Throw darts at them.
Well, I mean, if Breeze nor Ophidius is gonna go in, Rowan would ask them to step aside because we are looking for things. So
let us see what happens when one of them is shattered. We can make an assessment based on that.
I'll step in and into the middle of the room and examine the middle one.
Said that.
Ophidius will go with you then. If you want to go in, Ophidius will head in with you.
Did I hear someone say shoot?
Okay. Okay, so Ophidius and Rowan step in. Does anybody else, or is everyone else hanging out in the hallway?
I'm just gonna keep on looking up and see if anything falls out, moves.
No, this one is no stupid.
Very well. The two of you walk into the room, and Ophidius, as soon as you cross the threshold, there's nobody behind you following you in. The door slams shut.
In our faces?
Yeah.
That was rude.
If you're standing in the way, it knocks you out of the way.
Well,
you're like, oh. And that's where we'll hold till next week.
The walls start closing again.
Yeah, an orb pedestal rises up out of the ground.
No, just a little tentacled eye comes up like Star Wars, like the trash compactor monster.
Yeah, it starts pulsing with a countdown. Yeah.
9,
8, 7, 6,
This
6,
fountain will
6.
self-destruct in 3 minutes.
Do you need assistance?
Do you require assistance?
Do you require assistance? But yes, finally, the group is or as the song from long before my time said, the boys are back in town.
The sooner you TPK us, the sooner you can rest and we can roleplay again.
Yeah, and have to deal with you all making new characters.
So Sinfer might be taking out early retirement then.
Yeah, pretty much. No, I mean, hopefully there's not another TPK, at least not in this module. Yeah, it was fun. It's fun getting back into the dungeon. I mean, RP is always great, and I have absolutely no problem sitting back for an entire session and not doing jack diddly squat while you all RP. But it is also nice to get back into the dungeon because I get to do things to the characters.
Back to the story at hand.
Screw the story. I just get to hurt players. Yeah, it's fun. It's great.
It's like
Pay
playing
no
Alien
attention to the
RPG.
dice rolling behind the screen. I dropped them. But here on the channel, we have far more programming than just what you see here on Thursday nights. So much programming. Lots of programming. In fact, so much programming, for some reason, the PDF isn't pulling up. There it is. 1 second.
Take
All
4
right.
minutes to open it, so
Yeah,
long.
it takes a second to open it. Well, since it's Thursday, we'll just go ahead and start with tomorrow. Tomorrow is Tomb of Annihilation with DM Mandy. She was here for the first half of the session, running. I already said Tomb of Annihilation. Brain tired. That starts at 8 p.m. Central here on the Twitch channel. All times that I will be stating are Central Time. Saturday, we have Rise Up Against the Slave Lords with DM Duff 563, aka Lord Praetor himself, the namesake of the channel.
Praise the Lord.
All hail Lord Praetor. That starts at 9 p.m. Central. It is the all-female cast, minus Duff. And it is essentially 5e meets Greyhawk. So it's very interesting and entertaining for so many reasons. Sundays, we currently have no programming going on there. Subject to change. Mondays, we have Storm King's Thunder with DM Esquire, also known as Seth or Kevin MTG here on the channel and in Twitch chat. That starts at 7 p.m. Again, that is here on Twitch. And simultaneously, almost, at 8 p.m., streaming exclusively on YouTube, we have Stormlord's Wrath with DM Sammy, aka Mr. Lone Wolf, over there on the bottom left side corner of your screen. So check out those or both if you open up 2 tabs. So
Yeah, and
So
Alex
it's fun
plays
times.
in the Monday game.
he does, and every now and then I like to troll him in the chat. So
So does Ben.
yeah, it's fun.
Yeah.
Tuesdays. This Tuesday was the finale session of Waterdeep Dungeon of the Mad Mage. They finally finished that after like 2 years of playing, essentially, or maybe a little bit longer. It was like almost 100 episodes that took, and they finally wrapped it up this Tuesday, or this past Tuesday, rather, Tuesday this week. So currently, right now, Tuesday is no programming, or at least no scheduled programming. We might do some just random off the wall like things, but as far as like scheduled programming, there's nothing going on Tuesday. There is some things in the works for Tuesday, but more to come on that. Wednesdays, we have Tales of the Sanguine Isles with DM Mech 45. That is a all well, not all, but mostly homebrew campaign setting. Kind of loosely takes place within the Critical Role universe. You just have to watch to understand what we mean. That starts at 8. And Thursdays, you already know, it's here. Yawning Portal with me and my players and shenanigans. Excuse me. Non-stream shows. It was, at one point in time, a limited run campaign. But they decided to keep playing, so it's no longer the limited run. It's just a full-blown campaign. That is Savage Worlds, East Texas University with DM Eric B. That is recorded, edited, and post, and cut up in parts, so on and so forth, and then uploaded exclusively to our YouTube. So if you want to check that out, check out our YouTube. That is the only place you'll find it. Also, let's see, where was it? Starting August 16th. that Monday through Friday, I think the 16th through the 21st, is Duff's birthday spectacular whatever week. That week is Prater's birthday week, and every year he does a bunch of giveaways with all the channels and a bunch of cool stuff, and like, trust me, you don't want to miss out on that. Especially since a lot of those things for the giveaways comes from our sponsors. One of them being Total Party Kill Games, creators of dark fantasy Dungeons and Dragons compatible products, plus hilarious card games and more. You can find them at www.totalpartykill.games and check out their latest release of products and books. Also, The Druid's Den, your place for magical supplies and apothecary needs. The website is www.thedruidsden.com. Please support Mama Prater's new endeavor. All hail Mama Prater. If you don't know, that's Duff's wife.
The real MVP.
Yeah, the real driving force behind the channel. Don't let Duff tell you otherwise. I'm gonna catch hell for that statement, but he's probably asleep already, so he's not gonna hear it anyway.
He typed in chat just a little bit ago.
Yeah, he did. But he's old, and he probably passed out. And I say this because I can. Anyway. Oh, shoot. I completely forgot. Also, later this month, August. God, this is bad considering it's my deal too. August 22nd, we have another sub-only game. This time it is yours truly running it. Me. This guy right here. And the thing that I'm running this time for our subs only is a murder mystery type session. Think 5e meets Clue the movie. That's all I can really say about it. It's called Volo's Guide to Getting Murdered. I think it's going to be a lot of silliness and fun. So if you are subscribed to the channel and not currently, I don't know. If you're a sub to the channel, link your Discord with your Twitch account so then you can access the Twitch sub chat in our Discord and check out what's going on with the sub only content, and that way you can sign up for things like that and, you know, keep up to date on all the happenings of the channel. So that being said, if nobody else has anything to say or plug, I'm gonna go ahead and hit the outro, and we'll see you all hopefully tomorrow for Tomb of Annihilation. Guys?
No?
I'm good. Good night, everybody. Yeah.
Cool. All right. Good night, everybody. We are going to go ahead and do the outro video starting now.